Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back to the third and final hour of Once Upon a Game, Episode 3, where we're playing Jason Morningstar's The Skeletons. So we have witnessed that the Crescent Order, our undead guardians, have a really complicated mixed past and been basically kicking ass so far as time continues to march on and make us more and more dilapidated. So, I believe it's Paul's Leafington.
Yep.
It's your turn.
Mm-hmm.
You're at the helm here. You're choosing the intruders for this is the part 3. Not only is this part 3 of the show, this is part 3 of the game. The desecration. Our game will end at some part in this part 3.
Yep. So, as the call to arise comes, we see like a troop of knights come in, and they're all wearing tabards with crescent moons. They wear really fancy armor, and they call one. What was your title? Champion.
Yes.
They call one of them the champion, and he also has a sword, kind of like
God
yours.
damn it. Yeah.
And these are our descendants.
Of
The text reads, they
course.
follow an ancient treasure map penned by our own children.
Fuck.
Describe how you see yourself.
Ah.
Who will be the first to strike them?
Ah.
Can you bear it? You can answer 0, 1, or 2 questions as you prefer.
It's totally the dudes from the child being raised up. Oh. It's him. It's those guys. Well, obviously not the immediate ones because it's been thousands of years, but.
It's basically a whole bunch of them with the same names because, Diablo 3 Crusader style, they pass down their names.
So,
I'm
who
thinking-
was first this time?
They're like Primarchs.
Right?
I would go first.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, one of them turns to Arrow Shield, and as Arrow Shield goes and strikes him with their sword. The knight parries easily and looks at his accoutrements, tarnished as they may be, but calls him the moon touched one. It's him. I found him, and that is my by name. So Eric.
The moon touched one. Huh.
Yeah.
No wonder you're the champion.
No, he's not the champion.
I thought the champion
Well,
was
we may not be the
No,
champions.
it's-
We'll keep on fighting to the end.
Oh, well done.
I'm running out of questions here.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't have to answer any.
Yeah.
That's true. This stage is you can answer none, 1 or 2.
Oh, dude. I raise up again. But I don't have my sword anymore after last time. It's just broken. And but my instincts are still to fight, so I go to just to go fight the closest looking descendant of me, and I falter. I want to, it's like he had a force field around him, right? I can't get myself close enough to him, and I'm trying really hard to I want to kill him. He's a thing. He's a he's an intruder, and it's it's almost like a consequence of I don't know. Do these guys have any sort of extra insignia? Do they have a rose as well? Tell me they have a rose.
I don't.
They have a rose.
Sure. Like the champion has
The
one.
the champion has a the champion has a rose, and
For sure.
I falter when I see it, and I think he cuts my arm off.
Damn.
Yeah,
Okay.
rip arm,
We're falling apart.
Yep.
literally.
Okay. So,
Hold on.
Eric, I'm sorry. Did you have any more on your?
No, that's
Okay.
it's good. Just heads up, my roll 20 has decided to die.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh wait, we're back. Well, no, it's going real slow.
It's okay for me. So, but
Okay.
in any
Yeah,
case,
I'm alright, I think.
If someone wants to slice off my sword arm for the server torque up in that side, please, you have my blessing.
okay. Well, for Ren,
I got it.
he's looking around, and the connection that everybody else seems to be seeing right now, he doesn't see, and this brings hatred out in him, because he's realized that he's not one of the crescent moon. What he is Ren of the merciless sun, the enemy of the crescent moon.
Oh,
And
shit.
the reason why he's headless is because Bright Yidling claimed his head.
Oh,
Years ago. And the crescent moon
that's his name.
that he has is really a broken piece of the merciless sun symbol, the bronze circlet. And with this hatred, he charges in the battle, swinging as wildly as he did against the spiders, but with the broken ribs, with the decay of the years of time. Doesn't look really good. He's batted around, he's getting parried, and that's where I'll leave it for now.
Damn. The horror.
It's up to me and Bright Yielding to try and fend them off or die. Fuck, why is Flux kicking in now? Hold on. Okay, so the horror is back in his own sarcophagus.
The broken one?
Yeah, the broken one.
Okay, okay.
But as I have said in Twitch chat, I'm now sealed back into my sarcophagus because the spiders have left a large coat, a thick coat of webs.
Oh yeah, you
On
like laid back down in your
Like about this
sarcophagus?
thick. About
Oh,
this
so it was more like your sarcophagus wasn't covered with stone; it was more covered with webs again.
I like that.
It was
I like
covered
that.
with stone, and then I broke the stone, and then I went back into the sarcophagus, and then during like those few hundred years, the spiders came back and they
Yeah.
sensed something in me because remember, I am Satan, Hail Satan. And they covered the sarcophagus with a web covering about this thick.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, dig it.
So I'm just like screaming. Now I'm just my currently gray eyes have turned a very bright emerald, very bright purple because they're emeralds, and it is this bright emerald light is filling the sarcophagus. So it's like a big oblong glass like torchlight kind of. So it's shining purple, and then you can You can see that the source of the purple is moving as I am just trying to cut against the cocoon, but I can't because it's too thick and my bones are
Oh.
too.
So our
See,
monster is stuck.
Damn
Our-
it.
This golden skeleton abomination stuck in cobwebs.
So I think, and I have to say thank you, Fool, because I was like really struggling with what I wanted, and you just like gave me the perfect thing.
Nice.
So I have a question which says, what connection do you have to those you killed or driven away? What memory did they evoke? And so basically, I think as Ren the Merciless's memory comes back, so too does Bright Yelling's, and we see this like sort of like montage of them like clashing swords on like different battlefields, right?
Yeah.
And then like it culminates in this fight within, and it's like we can tell that it's the tomb, but instead of being this like decrepit like gray tomb, it's this like beautiful golden temple. And that's where we like finally see Bright Yelling taking off Ren's head, only to be cursed for spilling blood in the holy place.
Perfect. Awesome.
And so as like this like flashback ends, we see like the anger and the recognition appear in Bright Yelling's eyes, and he charges forward to stab Ren, but he stabs through his bones in one of the knights. And as the helmet falls off and a spurt of blood like comes out of the guy's mouth onto the bones of Bright Yelling, we just see the brown mullet revealed from the helmet.
No. It's a hereditary mullet.
Exactly.
It's a curse.
And so yeah, like after that, like Bright Yelling just like falls to his knees, and like his sword, his like hands drop from his sword, and we see the current generation's Bright Yelling also fall to his knees, but with a sword in his guts. And I mean, that's all I got. So I don't know who else is another part of this scene.
Can I inject some humor right now?
Yeah, go for it.
Absolutely.
Okay, the horror. All this while, the horror is screaming his head off.
Yeah.
Not literally, but yes. And then with one giant, with a last feat of strength, he rips a tear in the silken cocoon
Okay.
and leaps out of the sarcophagus. And now his right arm has been broken off at the elbow.
Oh.
And then he leaps out, and because his feet get caught on the silken cocoon, he tumbles head over heels.
The mighty have fallen, man.
It's so sad. It's
It
great.
is. So
Perfect.
good.
Oh man, what else? What else has to happen here?
I'm okay with the silver torque the way it is.
Same here. So Leaf, I think
Yeah.
you can take
So,
it home, man.
I think what happens is that
I mean, we have to resolve this.
something is stolen, which is the reliquary. As the Knights retreat, like they were not ready for it. Like, this is some fucked up shit, right? Like, it was supposed to be these ancestors or some monsters coming out of the wall all of a sudden. Like they knew it was gonna be spooky, and this is like, you know, millennia later. Like, they really didn't know what to expect, and they weren't ready. But they do grab like the reliquary.
I like the idea. I like the idea that like these guys are like much younger than we were when we died. So it's like these guys are sort of like maybe like they just got their spurs as knights, and so like they're like, oh, like as our first great quest, we should go find the reliquary of the risen one or whatever, that our ancestors lost so long ago. And like so now, they're like sort of realizing their folly as they succeed in their quest, but they lose one of their knights.
Yeah, right. And like maybe they heard about like some curse stuff, but they didn't know about like animated skeletons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they glossed over
They
that
didn't
one
know about
in,
Satan.
in treasure
They
in,
thought that
in
was like,
grave robbing
"Fuck
school.
curse." They just say that so you don't rob that tomb. Like
Yeah.
everyone says, like you know, it's curse, whatever. But anyway, they do grab the obvious thing, which is the reliquary, which is gone from the tomb as time passes. And let's do a century passing.
Okay.
So it will be 2 minutes, and I have to pick one of Worlds Crumble and Time Devours.
Yeah.
We're now on 9 minutes total waited, I think.
Hmm. Ooh, alright. So the sarcophagus splits open because
There
the
is no
reliquary is missing.
There
So
is no
the
sarcophagus.
sarcophagus in the pit in the middle splits open. And what was within? Like a magical font is like spraying like bright colored energy from deep in the bowels of the earth into the room. It's like this rainbow almost coming up out of this
Oh.
super fucked up skeleton tomb.
That's covered in bodies? All the bodies. We've just
It's
been
like
thrown all
covered in
these bodies
bodies.
in this.
Like weird shadows up on the ceiling.
We've been throwing bodies into this magical well.
Just so it's to let it be known, this time Bright Yelling did not drag his ancestors, like his and
Predecessors.
I don't know what predecessor. Yeah,
Descendant.
he did not. Yeah, that's the one. He did not drag his descendant's body into it. That's the first body he didn't put down there.
All right.
Sick.
Let me remove this. Draw something, and then it's 2 minutes of skeleton time.
Yeah, let me get that set up. I don't know if we can get music because Roll20 is being super slow.
Alright.
Alright.
It's fine if you don't.
Alright, I'm
How
right
long
here.
is this one?
2
2.
minutes.
2 minutes.
Okay. All right.
Woot.
We return. It's been a century.
Say the words.
Oh yeah, I have to say the words, don't I?
Say it.
Arise and protect the tomb, skeletal guardians. Ooh.
Man, that last one was heavy.
Yep.
Oh. Yeah. So, in I guess is that sun window or that sunlight or whatever over the rose, has that ever been covered up?
No, not as far as
Yeah.
we've had it. It's always been there.
Yeah. So, I think we see some sand start going through it. Then I think we see some more. And some more sand. And then we see a pickaxe go through. And then we see a couple more pickaxes go through. As like the entire thing above, like the alcove kind of just opens up. And incoming are a dozen or so tomb robbers, who were greedily looking over, saying like, "We found it, like let's find anything that's worth taking." And you can see that they're decked out with shiny new technology. So they have
Nice touch.
yeah, like I'm trying to think of cool things. I don't know. They have some sort of like extra cool things that were never around. Yeah, they don't have cell phones.
Oh, are we talking like steampunk, or are we talking?
Yeah,
like...
I'm thinking like around steampunky stuff. If we were like ancient Egypt, this is like steampunk.
Yeah, I'm thinking like maybe like sort of what the first archaeologists that were like going into Egyptian tombs might have looked like.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
the
safari-esque outfit.
Yeah, I was gonna say the English safari hat, kind of stuff.
Excellent. That's so perfect.
Steampunk Indiana Jones.
Yeah, exactly. That kind of team.
Those mustaches.
Oh my god. Yeah. So I think these is going to be the ones who overwhelm us. And what is it? What do they have that prevents ghosts or like undead? They must have something that wards against like us.
Yeah. What do they have?
I think a group of them have some sort of like they bring this thing in. It looks like a generator. And it's sort of like a nullifier of magic, I think. And I think whoever's like closest, I'll be closest, and like I get close to it, and it sort of just like turns me off. It just disconnects my my bones, like whatever the magic that was in my bones left over, it just like turns off, and I just crumble.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like they don't even have like really like weapons per se.
It's technology.
Yes,
Right.
like they like maybe they they don't have like swords or anything. So I think they like turn on this. Oh, sorry, it's not even my turn. I'm going
Keep going, man.
They turn on like this machine, and I think this time instead of being back at his like normal place, Bright Ewing was just like still like on the floor, and like almost as though like he's like pulled up on strings, like there's like no energy left. He like comes up, like drags the sword out of the body, and like with it like dragging behind him, just like slowly walks towards the people, and then just like as he's like swinging the sword towards one of them, it just gets too close and just like shatters to pieces.
Ooh.
And as he sees the person, or what used to be the person who took his life and forced him into this cursed life of protecting his sworn enemy, if he had a head, he probably would have laughed. And the other skeletons who are still have their unlives hear this horrendous laughter as Ren crawls, because at this point he was battered so terribly, just right next to the spot, and just stops, just falls to the ground in pieces, finally ending his curse.
Awesome.
All right, Forian, you ready?
Oh, you're muted?
You muted yourself again.
Yes, I did.
You're too polite.
I keep forgetting to turn back and forth. Okay. You called it, Eric. I have I-beams.
Nice.
So, the horror is in the sarcophagus. He gets up. And he is laboriously dragging himself. Because right now, I think the machine is on a straight line. I think from what I know, the machine is about here. Can I get a confirmation on that?
It is if you say it is.
Yeah.
Okay. So the machine is right there. The horse starts literally screeching its head off. Its head starts to vibrate. Its emerald eyes not emerald, jeez. Its amethyst eyes start glowing really bright purple. And it starts slowly walking towards the hole. Slowly. And then it fires a laser. It fires its I-beams towards the nullification machine.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's probably not good.
That's not good. It explodes.
Yeah.
Of course.
It explodes. It explodes. But with that explosion, there's a last burst of nullifying energy, and the horror crumbles into the pit. Crumbles forward into the pit.
Oh.
Nice.
Cool. It was like your final I'm charging my laser moment. Yeah. Well, that's probably not good for all of us.
Yeah, no, not really. So I think the final moments of the arrow shield, like everything is failing. He doesn't have weapons or a shield anymore. Like maybe the first time we see him without shield, and he's like lunging for someone's neck, and he has like his skeletal hands around his neck, but he just doesn't have the strength to kill him. And it, like slumps down, and like you see like the skull brush up against like this sun amulet that he's wearing.
Oh damn.
Noting him as one of the recently renamed Radiant Order, before formerly known as the Merciless Sons, who are the sworn enemies of the Order of the Crescent Moon.
No.
No.
Oh.
And that is my connection to these guys.
Are we supposed to answer a question? I don't even know if I have.
It's possible.
We can if you want.
Yeah, you can if you want.
I
So,
don't have many left, so.
So that's it.
That was good. It was fun.
Let's decompress for a little bit, guys. What do we think of this game? I know it's late. We don't have to go out too long. I just want to hear what you guys think about it. What you guys thought about it.
This is interesting. Yeah.
Fool, are you muted?
No.
I am muted. Awesome. Yeah, no, I liked it a lot. I do think it's obviously the group of people are going to.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna say it that we had a really, really stellar group of people today.
That helps.
I mean, it happens a lot on Once Upon a Game. There are a lot of really good guys who come out here and girls, but tonight was actually really good. I think more than exceptional. You really all really just brought it. It was
Knocked
great.
it out of the park.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, I was gonna say one thing that I thought was super awesome about this game and like made this game was how much we like involved each other in our characters' stories.
Yeah.
And I think I would have liked to see a little bit more of the mechanics driving that instead of the players
Relying on us. Yeah.
Yeah.
This game doesn't give you anything. This game is freeform.
Right.
Right? That was a real big complaint that I had too. So I'm really cool that someone else picked up on it.
It's like
Yeah, I was also wondering like, are there any combat mechanics? And I was looking through the documentation, and it's like,
No.
no. We can either play this out. We could either play this out narratively, or we could actually have just rolled dice for combat.
Yeah. That was the big. Okay, I'm so glad you brought that up, Vorian, because that was the biggest thing that I noticed on the first playthrough of this game was that combat is a trap in this game. It's sort of like not important. It's sort of just like this background fluff that's supposed to like be around while you learn about our characters, right?
Yeah. I mean,
Like-
we played the game the way it was meant to be played.
Yeah, we
had
did.
a great time, but
And- yeah.
there's no lead to it. There's no connection, right?
No. There was
So one thing I really did like, and I'm super surprised that I liked it, because going in I thought I would hate it, was the breaks and the forcing us to like sit quietly. And I especially liked how he ties it back in mechanically with the way the game ends. I think that was really cleverly and really elegantly done.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good. That's good.
Yeah, because it's like that was the one thing that I was like kind of waiting for. Is like okay, I see why we have these breaks, and it's like definitely a cool mechanic. But like now I want it to be actually a mechanic and actually involved, and then it happens at the end.
Yeah.
So it's
and our good friend Canadian Soy Sauce mentioned it was amazing from an audience perspective. So thank you very much.
I actually really enjoyed the break stuff as well. Like it really gave time to think about what was going on.
Yeah, right?
Because it's like this Frankenstein of a story that we're all discovering, because we're amnesiac skeletons, and we woke up knowing nothing, and then everyone puts in their own thing, and like it gives you time to put things together the way you see it anyway.
Yeah.
I think I agree with the sentiment. Like maybe if some of the questions were a bit more leading, with other skeletons. Like I think there's one. Like I have who do I
Yeah.
feel loyalty towards? But that's like the only one.
Yeah, really tying questions that tie in our skeletons a little more would be cool. Or at least push us in certain directions to think about.
Yeah, I mean, mine didn't at all, and I forced the
yeah.
issue.
I was really surprised how well Vorian you did, because the horror I personally believe is the hardest class to play. If only because it's alien, right? It's different than anyone else to really connect with. Was it you, Sam? Were you the one who came up with the connection between me and the horror?
I think
The server fork?
you.
I think it was
it wasn't.
I think
Because I got that idea from someone here.
I put in that he was part of the order. So like I made it clear.
Oh,
that he
then you did.
was the order and he was the one who was corrupted, and that's like why I didn't. I thought it was he deserved.
Yeah, you lumped him in the same order as I did, and from then I was like, boom, okay, connection.
Right.
Yeah, that's what it was. So it was you in a way. Cool.
I'll take credit for it.
Something. I have a question for you guys. Did I sell the game right to you guys? Like, was there anything that you were, you were surprised by because I didn't talk about it that was important?
No.
If you were teaching this, was there something else you would emphasize? That sort of thing.
Not for me anyway.
I think you did a good job. I think it's definitely it's basically it feels a lot like Downfall kind of, only with like skeletons.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see its relation to Downfall. Oh my god, I haven't played Downfall in forever. I haven't played it since like November.
And
that's got to change.
I did want to say, just jumping off of what Leafington said was, I think the breaks do a good job of something like in like a game like Fiasco. A lot of times it's like you don't really know what to do next, and there end up like kind of being these breaks because everyone's like, because it's just like so like a bam 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 game, whereas there's a little bit more time to like think about where you want to go with the story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So our friend in chat's got a question for us. Did people feel like the end was a release or punishment?
Well, mine was clearly release.
Yeah. Yours was release. Mine was, I think, was punishment.
Same.
I don't think it was like, I don't know, like a punishment feels like such a negative word, which I don't think it was. I think like we really set ourselves up to be like against higher and higher obstacles.
Yeah.
Till we were like, all right, like the next one, there's like no way we're gonna do this anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of something that we avoided, which was good, that we did not avoid in the first game because we didn't know what we were doing really. We avoided the fight porn that could like this game could easily devolve into, where you're just like, I draw my sword against the adventurer and I like jump over him and like and he blocks me with like this thing, and it's like none of that really matters because it's supposed to be more introspective.
Yeah, no, like I mean, my character kind of went like ham on something, but like that was because I was naming him.
You tie it back, yeah, exactly. The merciless, exactly. But it all ties back into a character trait your guy has.
Right.
It's funny because
you're not just doing it for the glory of the battle. It's not funny. What?
When you talk about that, I was thinking, hang on. I was thinking when I decided to go full Mary Sue, and bite one of the tomb robbers' heads off. I was thinking, okay, everybody's kind of like playing it safe with the whole rickety skeleton thing. I want to see if I can just go ham on something.
But that is character development for you. You're the horror, right?
Yeah, that's the horror's place. Yeah, that was perfect. That's you're playing right into it. Is like, we've got like these rickety skeletons fighting these adventurers, and the adventurers are like confident and brash, and then all of a sudden this monstrous thing bursts out.
I know that was good. And that's the reason why your character doing that was how the thing got broken, right? So.
And for that one specifically, me as an arrow shield, I had been pretty aggro before. And I really wanted to just like step back and let someone else like do a big thing, or kill someone. Because before it had been me like who had been like, fuck yeah, let's murder bitches. When everyone was like, I turn around and my eyes glow a bit and I have memories of the past. I'm like, I'm a murder skeleton.
Yeah. So in my first judgment of the game, so the last time I played this game, the first judgment was like, there's a game in here. There's a game in here that's fun. We just didn't play that. Tonight was much better. Tonight is like this did feel more like a game. Do I think it's perfect? No. I still think there's a little bit more things that we were talking about more. I don't think the free form works well for us. Maybe that's a personal group thing. Maybe I want to see Jason Morningstar record a game with his local group and just watch them crush it.
Like
Right?
I think it could be better if like the questions maybe were leading a bit better of like tying, especially like the skeletons together, and because like
Yeah.
you said, like all the outside stuff really isn't that
How
important.
do you get questions that work for one group work for another in a very fun,
Yeah.
powerful
Yeah.
way?
That's true.
Whew.
This
Right?
is also difficult, but
That's
like,
gotta-
it can
that's
be
really
done, right?
hard.
Like you wrote like a whole bunch of those questions for the sprawl for character creation, which are, you kind of pick and choose, and you pick with
Mhm.
skeletons too. Like you don't have to use all of them. Like
Yeah.
if I had never found out my name, it would have been fine. And
Yeah.
like
Um,
I would have still been a cool skeleton. And the other thing, like I actually felt like it felt a bit like House of Reeds, where like there's a lot of emphasis
Yeah,
on map stuff and how the map
that's
changes.
a really
like
that's a brilliant observation.
that.
I never made that connection.
And I think we all maybe
Wait, what?
because like I took it on myself to really do a lot of that. Maybe like
Yeah.
everyone else didn't really think about how the map change and what we can add and what we can.
I
No,
didn't.
I liked it.
I honestly,
No, I just
honestly
don't
didn't
know
even
why.
think of it. But oh my god! So Vorian, there's a game. I think you have a question. You guys, I think what House of Reeds is. House of Reeds is like
what were you talking about, Paul? Because I was kind of like trying to explain in chat about what like a problem I had with this. It's not really this game particularly, but fuck it, I won't just type it in chat. I'll just say it.
no. It's a certain type of game players. I agree with you that.
Yeah. But it's not
Maybe-
it's not a fault with the game itself.
No.
Listen,
Exactly. I
It's
think
the fault of me because the only time
All
I
of
did
us,
feel
'cause-
relaxed was the only time I did feel relaxed was during the waiting periods, where I was just like sitting down here, like this, trying to creep people out. That was the only time I felt like any sort of being relaxed. When I was playing, I was thinking, okay, he said this. How can I tie this into that? Shit, what was my idea? Refer back to the notes. Oh, okay, sure. Oh, that didn't go the way I wanted. Think of something else.
And I think like you can use like the map as a character sheet almost, where like rather than like I have to remember about this order of the crescent moon, make an inscription on the wall that's like order of the crescent moon, and now it's on the map and it's there and everyone can see it and
Right?
type
Yeah.
back to it.
we did a freaking amazing job at incorporating what other people did.
Yeah. Like, I mean, the
But
fresco
that's
that I had,
us and not the game.
I completely just dropped that when you said when you had the idea about the rose, and I was like, no, there's something here with this rose that I can play off of, and it just ended up being that, right?
And like that, I was like going into it. I like had this sort of idea that because I had this question to start where it's like 7, like bodies, and I was like, oh, it's got to be some like order of knights or something. Like we're skeletons in a tomb. Like that's just like too easy not to do. And then you did like the thing with like the fresco, and I was just like, oh my god, now that's just how can I not use that? Well, one other thing I wanted to say though, going back to what you were saying, Eric, about how like the freeform thing doesn't always work that well for every group, is one thing that I've noticed when I've played games like this or like Microscope is like once you get into the scene, it flows really well.
Yeah.
But getting into the scene feels disjointed.
Yeah, I definitely feel you on that. It definitely feels like that there's a it's not as smooth as you want it to be. It's like the easiest way of putting it. Yeah, I'm so glad you brought that up. Yeah. It feels like you're trying to change gears, and it's
that's a perfect analogy.
You know, like it's jerky. It's
I wonder if you could just make the rules clearer and a little bit more on rails, but use the exact same setup. Because if you said, like, just say our setup, everybody takes a turn being the facilitator, look at the options that you have from the encounter, time passes, and whatever the effects are. And then you're going to be doing X. During that time minute, that person's looking at the encounter while everybody else is kind of decompressing and working on their character. Like you just had that just right there, that gets you into the game. With the freeform, we could play like we did, or you could do anything else because the rules don't tell you what to do.
Yeah. I bet you if Jason looked at this and like saw this last part of this video, he would probably have the similar thing. It's like, I think the reason why it's not there is for us to fill in the blanks in a powerful way.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that means that, baby bird gets pushed out the nest. Right? Like, it's a sink or swim kind of thing. And it's like, I give you a paragraph of prompt, go.
And it's not going to work for everyone.
Yeah, it doesn't. It won't. But, story games don't always work. And that's totally fine.
That's true.
Sometimes they fail. I'm fortunate that you guys are all super awesome and super, like, you can run with things and create things in a way that you don't get bogged down in the minutia, right? I like trying to explain why something happens. Instead, you just focus on what is happening and how it ties in, like how it ties into everything else, or like how this is new that we can explore with everything. Like, you guys do a very good job of that, all of you. I was really impressed.
And we appreciate you, Eric, because I know for myself, at least, if I had never come on the show, I probably would have never played a story game and would have never had the opportunity to, experience that. So,
yeah,
props to you, my man.
Yeah, thanks. So,
thanks, man.
Yeah.
All right. And Leafington, thank you for your mad drawing skills, my friend.
Yeah,
that also certainly.
Mad art skills, yo.
Yeah.
Mad art skills.
So.
Dude, I didn't even do the best ones. That rose was super pretty. It's not that at all.
All right.
Ooh, let me zoom into that rose.
Okay. So I think that would do it for us tonight, guys. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Thank you so much for playing. This has been Once Upon a Game, the story game variety show, and we'll be back Friday for Fiasco. So that'll be fun. So, all right, guys.
I might have to drop out on Friday, but see ya.
Okay. Yeah, we'll talk about it. All right. Awesome.
Bye.
Take care, everyone.
Good night.
Night.
Good night.